All right, so in this video, we're going to be doing something different that I usually do for my other gachas, but we are joined today by Kelbert. Say hello.
Yes, hello.
So we're going to be covering the pull currency in this game. And we had a couple different topics. Now, with this new patch, we know like 95% of the pull counts that are like the pulls that we are getting through this patch. Little spoiler, as of right now, it's 110 pulls in 6 weeks, but we're going to get through everything. Now, I wanted to start off, since Kelbert's on the channel and we didn't really talk about it yet. Kelbert, what are your thoughts on the patch? So on screen, we got 2 new abysses. They're finally fixing Frozen. I'll see you tomorrow morning on that. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, thank God. We get to play Frozen mines properly.
Thank God.
Like, I don't know how other people feel about it, especially free-to-play players, but like having to sit there on the mine cart is not fun gameplay.
And then you die. Oh,
and then you die.
That sucks. I mean, there was a video where like I was just DMing Kelbert after each death because I was trying to showcase like a free-to-play team, kept on dying. Very annoying. Then we have our first actual event with an event boss, which that's a W.
Very excited for that.
Then time space. So it's basically, in terms of content, we're looking way better than Escanor's. I was saying this to you, but like Escanor had less content because we weren't doing Frozen because we knew the fix was coming and I didn't want to waste my time. So it felt like there was even less. Personally, I like Abyss as I like grinding it. It's actually, for me, fun grinding. And then we just miss out on, and it's only doing gallons. So that was bad. The QOL is interesting. Do you have any thoughts on it? I mean,
it was stuff that was needed from launch. Like it's not the same people who made Grand Cross, but the idea is there. Grand Cross has anvils and like being able to reroll stats in general should have been a thing that should have been in base game to begin with. So I'm surprised it took them this long. But the fact that it's here means it's good, means they're listening. So I can't really complain. Other than that, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I'm scared for these new items. I hope it's not too costly, or at least like you could do it semi-frequently. But this is also good because you won't end up like Sora anymore, where like he wasted like 10 gold seals.
I'm glad we used the same example because I'm pretty sure in one of my videos I was like, Sora like wasted a lot of seals.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Like,
it's so funny.
Like it was bad.
And bug also. Don't forget bug.
That bug too.
So it's like definitely in terms of pull currency, like no one can make the excuse, but like I'm re-rolling the gear now because you're able to get it. And then the miscellaneous part, like what is cool, bro? Did you see how many bug fixes there were?
I actually didn't. I don't think I even opened the page when I was working.
You could just scroll down and it's like all of this, like starting here, bug fixes, party fixes, bug fixes, bug fixes, fixes, and then at the end they put more. Like what annoyed me is they have all these bug fixes and then they put some actual like updates, and then we go back to bug fixes, and then we have actual updates at the end. Like, bro, it's all of this is bugs. So anyway, I would say personally, content-wise, would you agree with me that like this patch actually looks better than Escanor's for content?
100%, especially because of what you said earlier about like the whole mines thing. Personally, we ran mines, but not that much because it was just annoying having to go through the whole mine aspect of things. Especially when we didn't even have endgame technically, like Abyss.
That is true. Time space wasn't out. Yeah, wasn't out.
We didn't have that. But this, we know we're getting it
a week after.
Week after, so not this week, but next week we'll start getting floor 3, and then after that floor 4.
Yeah.
So it's a constant flow of content. Now, I will admit, I'm kind of surprised they're not dropping it both at the same time. But content-wise, I feel like for creators, we would have been a bit overwhelmed.
No, we would have. We would have, because they're actually hard. Like it takes us like the first one was like an inflated difficulty because it was our first time. Yeah. But it still takes a couple hours. But I'm pissed, Kelbert. I lost the bet with Amazing.
Oh my God! Right, dude.
When I saw that, I was so pissed. I was actually so pissed about that.
Did you talk to him at all about this?
Yeah, we did. Oh my God! Because guys, I was basically saying they're gonna release it at the same time, and Amazing was like, no, they're gonna separate it, and they decided to separate it. But yeah, we got Abyss week 1, Time Space week 2 and 3. That's a good flow with the actual event. Because there's going to be the event like boss. So it's like week 1, we got Abyss. That's going to be good. Then week 2, there's going to be the event. I think it's week 2. We're going to get the event plus time space. And week 3 is going to be like winding down which is why I would kind of like them to reveal the fucking units, the gameplay, everything early, so that we have a bit more to look forward to. It's the worst thing about Bleach Soul Resonance is when they don't do a stream, you're just sitting there doing nothing for the last week, and that's kind of how it felt in this game, where I literally log on, Platinum, I do the Sunlight Flowers, the Sunstone, I get my dailies done, I hop off. It just isn't fun.
Well, we know obviously that they're gonna have like a stream every 6 weeks, right? Which means June 3rd will be the day, right? That we'll get a stream.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like, I feel like what they could do, and it would be crazy.
Yeah.
And this is like not even on the list, but like Merlin's obviously next. We know that.
Yes.
Summer Games Fest is June 5th. Gacha games are usually at these events. Do you think Origin might be on there? But like, hey, we already showed you Merlin like on Wednesday or Tuesday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They show Liz.
We're showing you Elizabeth as well.
That could be cool. My thing is, I don't think they do that 3 weeks in advance. Bro, they can't even get out like drip marketing a day before.
That's very
anyway,
true.
We'll move on from this. But now, next up, hold on, I forgot what was next. Okay, so full currency pull count. I mean, I said it at the beginning, but essentially, I did the calculations. We're getting 109 pulls. I added 5 pulls because I didn't count the exploration at the beginning. We could check it right now. I actually don't know how much pulls it is, but I would say the chests, it's 32. We could probably say at like 1 to 2 pulls from that. The side missions, about a pull or 2 also from that. So it's like, maybe I inflated it a bit, but there's other things that we don't know of yet. So like you could, if you want to be completely fair, you can make that 107. Wouldn't really change much for the discussion. I just wanted to clarify that. But 109 pulls. We're going to do a breakdown. But first, guys, I also want you guys to answer down below, and Kelbert also, a lot of the pull count, if we check it out right away. So for seals, we're getting 5 seals from the Clothos patch, confirmed, at least for right now. And also another, how many seals? 8 seals for the Escanor patch, which would have meant you could craft 13 new gear pieces, which equates to a fuck ton of star fragments, right?
Yeah.
That's what, I think it's 6,500 star fragments. 6,500 star fragments if you were to create new gear for each single one. So basically, my question that I wanted to ask you, and then I'll like kind of jump off if you say if there's something you didn't mention, would you count seals in the pull currency? And when would you stop counting it if so?
I think they count to the specific unit. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say here. So, for example, Clothos drops. She drops with 2 new gear sets, obviously. That's the amount I think we should be counting. Now, it's really specific because I don't know how to say it properly because it depends, right? Because if the patch is giving you seals outright from login bonus or like stuff like that, those should definitely count, right? But I feel like the basis should be Clothos herself. Like, she gets 2 new outfits. Those are the pulls.
I would say the exact opposite, because like I would say everyone but the rate ups, because the rate up is the one thing that it's like the hardest to get, where the rest it's like you got a lot of standard pulls, the selectors, you should have at least half of the SSRs by this point minimum, especially even more if you got shafted. And then with that, they're also adding new gear sets. Like they added what? Four SRs got new gear sets, and it's Tristan free, Tiore free, and then I think it was Dredrin, and then Slater, who, if I'm not mistaken, was free, no?
Yeah.
So it's like that is like I feel like you would just add like 1,500 to that, like just because it's new seals and new sets.
You're right when it comes to that. 100%, because like you said, every 6 weeks we should be getting these new gear sets for other characters.
Oh, we will for sure, because we're getting the new dungeon, right, with Merlin, which means they're gonna add new gear sets. So there's always that, but I feel like at a certain point there's just gonna be a cutoff to where, like I said it in the tweet, probably in like 2 to 4 patches, depending, unless they do like 10 skins per update, right? I'm probably going to stop counting it, and that's when people are going to they're going to have to give more star fragments in general, because like we're catching up. It's like right now we're catching up, but at a certain point we're going to collide with the amount of seals and skins we get, and then it's like we're going to have more seals than skins.
At that point, Netmarble themselves have to be giving out their pull currency itself. 100%.
And this is the worst thing by far. You need so much materials to craft it that free-to-plays cannot get realistically all of these pulls right away, right? Like, I don't think that's crazy to say because it's pretty expensive to craft them.
I mean, I have like 3 seals in my inventory
I have 3,
right now.
yeah.
So yeah, so it's like I wouldn't blame if people can't craft it.
Yeah,
constantly.
yeah,
like 100%.
So
I
mean, I think it's gonna get easier with time because they, like, people refuse to believe it, but they give more keys now. So like,
100%.
I mean,
I have
what was
so many
it?
keys in my bag. In my bag itself.
Oh
I have
yeah.
so many
Also,
keys.
this I haven't finished
I
it.
haven't done the event.
So it's like, bro, how many keys
Exactly.
was this? So 100, 200, 300, 400 keys. So it's like, obviously they're giving more. Also, this was a W event. I'm gonna save this for Clotho. I just, I fully understand the perspective of not counting seals, but it's just, if you don't count them, obviously it's going to look way lower, but in reality, the problem is we have more than just the star fragments we get. So there's kind of a gray area. I just wanted to bring that up, guys, because it's like, it's very weird, and it's the only gacha that does something like this. Personally, they should have never introduced star fragments from getting skins. They should have brought these like bunch of pulls in other ways. Would you agree with that? Because it feels such a convoluted way of adding these pulls.
At the beginning, I feel like they did it of a way of like not circumventing, I'm sorry, but like giving you a reason to even make the other costumes. Because let's be honest, you weren't making Axmelly's outfit.
No,
you really weren't.
No,
you weren't making other outfits. You were just doing the one outfit, and that was it. They even said it in one of the dev notes. They're like, we want to bring different playstyles into the game. Okay,
I'll say 2 things to that. One, illogical from the devs because you're only going to use the strong sets in the first place. And 2, it's just a way to make you waste your resources to get more pulls. Pretty much.
100%.
So I really don't like how they handled it. I think they should have went a completely different way. Because 1, some people won't even realize that these pulls are in their inventory or that it's like technically counted. And 2, not everyone's going to get all of it unless you're like specifically making them for the pulls. But then that might fuck you over and you might have a harder time in time space because instead you've been focusing on getting pulls. So it's like very fucked up, but we are going to count it for now. I think the next, like, not for Elizabeth, the patch after Elizabeth, I think I'm done counting the seals. So it's like, yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, Gulter's patch. So now we could go into it. We could start with Escanor's. So yeah, like you can see here, like I added the seals separately. And in total, it's kind of wild to give us 8 seals.
Dude, I do remember making a lot of costumes in this patch. It was a lot. Compared to Daisy's, I made a lot of costumes. I had to remake 2 of them, but...
Bro, that was that shit. Thank you for your service. But the thing is, you see that a lot of it was kind of compensation in a way. The 600 here, the 3,000 here. So it's like, oh no, wait, to be fair, that's the Daisy compensation because of a week shorter. So it's like, is this even going to be there on the next one, right? But like, if you guys check all of this time space also, like, I really think this was a fucked up way of doing it, to be honest. Because like, only giving 1,000 per patch from it, but then making the other half, oh my God, where is it? But making the other half from the seals, I don't personally think was the way to go. I don't, because 2 things. Also for free-to-plays, it's way harder to get the seals because it's 3 stars you need. So that's already kind of like 3 stars. Sure, you could do it free-to-play, but it takes a lot of time, which if you're free-to-play, you're not like, it's just a lot of time that people might not have.
Also, I feel like you might want to like have the mindset. I'm not trying to be devil's advocate here or anything,
go ahead.
Like those stages are out for like till the season ends.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's more so like when you're trying to pull on Escanor, what do? That's the main thing that we're saying.
100%.
And the main way I'm viewing this. But like in total, if we check it out, Escanor's patch gave 58 pulls without skins, but with skins, 71 pulls. And this isn't counting, like for example, recently, something that I actually recommend you guys do if you have a bit more keys, I had enough of the Thunderous pieces to basically, I did like 10 runs in Drake, or like 5, I don't know. And I got the Thunderous top because it's a 95% chance. So you have a high chance. This is the only piece that you can't really get from these Abyss modes. So then afterwards, guess what I did? I used like 5 of my purple seals and I got like an extra 2,500 star fragments. So it's like, that was something that it's like, you're not really counting in this, but there's a good reason because you have to waste resources that might block you from other resources, because then you can't clear X or Y thing. So that is the thing. But 58 to 71 pulls is good. In 3 weeks for these types of games, to me, this seems about average. But then you take into account, oh wait, no weapon banner and the gacha stops at 120. So this felt good to me. What about you?
That you hit it on the head essentially. Like, there's no weapon gacha. Now, that doesn't mean you don't, like, you're not wasting time, you're not spending time grinding the game. It's like you're only summoning on the character. That's all you're doing. Especially for free to play, which should not be chasing noobs to begin with. You go to 120, you stop, you save for whatever you want to go for next. You have to think smart. You know, you can't just be summoning on every banner. No. It's you know, I think this is good. Now, could it be better? Yeah, 100%.
It should be.
No one is saying it should. No one's saying it shouldn't. More standard pools, please. You know.
I mean, that's like, we were talking about this. Sorry, but like, I think they honestly, guys, like per patch, 20, 25 standard pulls, because this game compared to others, you actually need the standard units. Like the best teams that we're running, it's like, oh yeah, you'll need, you know, Manny for some of them, Drake for some of them. And even if Drake DPS gets like mogged by Merlin, well, guess what? He has a burst and a support set. Deanne, bro, she was like carrying the game for 3 weeks. Jericho for burst, Elaine. It's like all these units are like Elaine. It's like, okay, well, guess what? She also has a DPS win set, which if you don't get Clothos, you'll need. So it's like, you need these standard units for a lot of content, especially now with more time space. So we should get more standard pulls. Kind of a side note, that is something that I really think they've been fucking up on. I was saying it to Kelbert, bro, they're feeding us scraps, 1 pull per day from these logins. That should have been 3. I'm being so honest. It should have been 3 per day. Then it might have been good because we haven't gotten any other standard pulls. But yeah, so my thing is though, like, I think they're kind of considering that people are skipping the OCs and then giving less pulls in the OC patches, but Clothos patch is easily going to have like 10 times more pulls. That's an exaggeration. 10 times more pulls than Daisy's patch. Time space, the abysses, the new event, right? We're getting actual events. There's that constant currency that I feel like we have introduced now. Would you agree with that?
100%. We also have to take into account, like, it feels like they're kind of playing catch up with the content that they're trying to release overall. Because this is stuff that we should have had, like, especially like endgame, that gives currency. We have to give them time. I hate defending the multi-billion-dollar company, right? But it's like, we know they're falling behind essentially. Like, we have to give them the benefit of the doubt. I get people don't like Netmarble, but you kind of have to give them some leeway. Like I say, wait till like the 4th month, and then we could really start criticizing. Like, okay, what's going on, guys? Like,
I mean, like, I feel like the 100-day, like for me, the cutoff, it's not 4 months. For me, it's 100-day celebration. Just because that's Elizabeth. The first, Elizabeth, because that's the first major celebration. If they don't have their shit together by that point, I totally understand if people are like, fuck this, I'm out. I think before then, it depends on if you're not having fun, just quit. Like that's just kind of how it is. I mean, like, it's completely understandable from a player's perspective. If you're not having fun, it's a game. You should not be playing games you're not having fun in, so quit. But personally, from my perspective, I'm enjoying the game still. So it's like, that's kind of why they get the benefit of the doubt from me. Just because I actually am like enjoying the game way more than I thought I would.
Like a good example of like not enjoying the game. This past week, essentially for me, like obviously I make videos on the game.
It was rough. Oh my God.
It was rough, by the way. That doesn't mean I play it every day, brother. 90% of my last week has been me condensing my keys, doing my dailies, my plat, logging off for the day and getting on Call of Duty. Legit, I haven't really played
me with Wuthering Waves, pretty much. Literally me with
you don't have to force yourself to play these games. Now
as a free-to-play, it's a bit different. To be fair, if you're trying to get these units up, trying to get your pulls, you need to use your keys, get that platinum every day, or else you're cooked, right? To be fair, like, it does kind of force you. Like, I'm fine on my platinum because of 2 things. This little devil, okay? And also because of this, which, well, you know, guys, I'm sorry, but I just saw I reset.
What did I just see?
So, you know,
I would never do such a thing.
So it's like,
I did it this morning.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, how many plat do I have? 300. Oh my God, that's sexy. But, Free-to-plays, they're probably not over 50, right? So we have to keep that in mind for sure when talking about this, which, what was the original point? I actually, like, I lost it. I'm going to be so honest. I'm going to be so honest.
I don't know.
I'm going to be so honest. I don't remember the initial point that we were talking about, but yeah, we're going to move on. I mean, like, I think we kind of covered this. Like, 71 pulls in the Escanor patch is decent. Now, okay, wait, that's a bit of a spoiler. Next up, this art is so good, by the way. Like, they cooked.
Yeah, it's so good.
The Clothos patch. I did this on my phone, which is why it's different. I did it in bed. I'm like, you know what? Let me make sure that the currency I'm seeing is accurate. So without gear, it's 2.5 multis. With gear, it's 33 pulls. So the event is giving 1,000. The mission event, where is it? Let me pull this up. So the mission event, this one, is giving the 1,000. Junction is giving 1,000. Dailies 3570 in 3 weeks. Weeklies is, I counted it 3 times. 2 new abysses is going to give, which I was surprised that they had dragon, but it makes sense. 2 new abysses 600. There's 5 seals. So without it, it's 7370. With it, it's 9870. Now, would you agree with me in saying that people are approaching this a bit in bad faith?
What do you mean by that?
Well, we have this, where is it? The Echoes of Hearts, which is pretty much, the way I see that, it's like a main event, right? That's like our first actual main event, because it's the only event they've included. Like, if we check this, it's the first event included in here, right? And then afterwards is a summer event, which they said is going to be like a large scale event. So for me, this is, okay, what is your prediction on the amount of pulls? I'm going to say right after.
From the event itself?
Yeah.
Gang, if it's not a multi at least, I don't know. Like, am I crazy for saying that out loud?
No, I mean, okay, to be fair, this is actually going to be a funny comparison. Genshin has like one of its worst main events. It's giving 990 primos, which is like, how many? 6 pulls. So I think we'll probably have a bit more than that. And there's a new skin from it, no? Is it not giving a Manny skin or something? What skin is it giving? Is there not a skin?
It's giving gear. Is it not giving gear?
No.
It's giving gear and weapons. It's one of those two that's giving.
Okay, really never mind then. But I just think it's going to give somewhere like higher, because like, okay, this one, where is it? This one is giving 1,000. There's no way the main event isn't minimum double this. So my thing saying bad faith, it's like people are saying, oh my God, we're getting 3 multis, as if we're not getting minimum, another like 10, 15 pulls.
Yeah. And
I didn't, by the way, I didn't count maintenance rewards. So just saying, we might be getting like, you know,
guys,
hey, let's hope.
Guys, we need more selectors.
True.
Let them delay the maintenance as much as they need. Like, the fact that they even gave a selector last time
crazy.
still blows my mind.
Yo, you were saying that, you were saying it in VC, and I was like, bro, you know, like he's just, you know, joking around, and then boom, selector. What the fuck? Okay,
like that was
wild.
crazy. So I mean, we obviously, like, God forbid they have a maintenance like that again, right?
Yeah.
But if it does happen, meaning we'll get more rewards, so it goes back into the list.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I think the rewards are fine.
Yeah. But like this alone, I feel like people see this and they're just like, oh my God, this is all we're getting in 6 weeks. Like, and this is something you could like take the stage on, but separating the patches every 3 weeks instead of every 6 weeks really fucks it up, because this is a Hoyle style game in that it's open world, has a new banner every 3 weeks, right? And it's also that kind of high quality-ish level with an original story. So it's like all these things makes it that I think people just forget that it's like you kind of need to double the patch time, because it's like we're going to get like probably 45 pulls from the second part, but people forget about the first part. So, you know, go crazy.
The way I look at it is that people need to not, like, obviously they need to count the middle patch, the 3 week patch, but they need to count the 6 week patch as the patch every time, and just count, like, okay, for example, Rivals. I'm bringing Rivals into this somehow. Rivals has a season, and then they have a 0.5 season. So season 1.0 and then season 1.5. Daisy was 1.5 essentially. Escanor was 2.0. Clothos 2.5. Merlin 3.0. Like I personally count the first 0.0 as the big update.
I mean, it should opinion. Not even like a 0.5. It should just be like Daisy was part of 1.0, and then Escanor is 1.1. Clothos part of 1.1, and then we get Merlin. She's 1.2.
And that's on Netmarble's fault though. That's literally on them for not marketing it properly, for not doing it properly. Hopefully in the future they change it around. They're like, hey, we're structuring it differently. But it's one of those things where I personally only count the big updates as the updates.
And I think
count Clothos as a mini patch.
Like they make it. You're right, but they make it as confusing as possible. One, 100%. They separate the patches when they know everyone considers 6-week patches by this point. 2, seals are almost half the currency in some of these patches. So one, you're not gonna like. It's not tangible pulls that you see. 3, they barely give you any info on these updates, and just in general, there's not those like graphics of like how many pulls you get from X or Y thing, which let me actually pull up the one from Genshin, because I remember seeing it from Genshin. I know the pull count is low, but I think it's just like a good thing to see. So literally this, I'm showing it on screen right now, but essentially you see which events give you how much, and they show it ahead of time. We don't even know how much the quote unquote main event is giving. So maybe these discussions would just be not even, it would be null and void, because, oh wow, guys, they're giving us 3,000 star fragments. But as of right now, all we could say is minimum, we're getting 100, where is it? 109 pulls. We could even say 107, but then maintenance rewards and all that. So we'll say outright 110. But then we have the main event, we have that ranking event, which I'm not sure how that's going to work. And the final thing, which would you like, okay, let's say we get 115 pulls. That basically means you get the 120 because of this.
100%. Yeah, you should. If you're like at 110 or like 10 something, I would easily
always do this. By the way, guys, I really think never do dupes. In my opinion, I have the dupes, but moving forward, I'm literally getting one copy and I dip. Like I realized people don't like having that P5, and I'm like, okay, it's like, bro, I'm running Hauser Slater and I'm still beating it with a minute left, but somehow that one dupe fucks it up.
This high key should be like a whole discussion for another video. Yeah. But I think we need to start counting P5 as like the minimum requirement.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
That's what I'm saying. But there's a whole different discussion could be had on this, because like if you win a 50-50, are you not still going to 120?
I'm not anymore. No.
You're crazy.
No, I'm saving my money, Calbert. I'm saving my money. Like. That's just how it is. People like the P4, and also, what if you get shafted? That's the thing. Like you have to count the worst case scenario. Like amazing. Okay, no, we're not gonna get into that, but like
exactly, you gotta. We're not gonna get into that. In itself.
But okay, just real quick, I want to like talk about this for this. So like you get 5. So every SR gives you 2, if I'm not mistaken, and then every SSR gives you 10, right? So you're guaranteed in like 110 pulls. We could say you're guaranteed 11 SRs, right?
Yep.
So 22, and then you would add 10 from that 80 pity. So you have 30. So that's just another 6 pulls minimum. My bad. I said 6 and then I did the opposite. So that's another 6 pulls, right? Minimum. That's if you don't get lucky, etc., don't get multiple SRs. So because of that, just in general, if we get even like 115, we have to be on the same like understanding that you could still get those extra pulls to get you to that quote unquote 120 for like, for Merlin's patch when she comes out, right? That's kind of how I see it. But yeah, I think that one people are going to disagree with me on. But like in WUWA and stuff, it's like if you're a low spender, you go for the dupes. But also I feel like in this game, they give less. Like it feels a bit harder to get those potential points, because I've been summoning a lot and I'm at 159, which felt really weird, because in WUWA, I'd be like able to get like 2 melee dupes or 2 Escanor dupes at this point. So that's another thing about the potential points. Like it's probably just better to get the pulls, because you're getting like maybe 2-3 dupes from this a year as a low spender, if even that. And it's like, just get the pulls if you don't care about the dupes, is probably what I would say, because you could guarantee more units, which is what people should want.
A good example of like using these for pulls. Yeah, these were my Daisy pulls, bro.
Yeah,
like half of those were my Daisy pulls.
I'm just gonna do this when Clotho comes out, because I'm not getting dupes anymore. I've decided I'm not getting dupes anymore for content. So it's like I have no point in saving this. I was saving it. I mean, shit. Like, bro, I'm just
Like,
to prove my point. But
yeah.
I don't know. Like, at least for that, I just want to make sure you guys count it in the total. But yeah, I think we kind of broke down most of it. I think a lot of the, anger comes from the incompetence of Netmarble's marketing revolving the patch rewards, and also just how they handle giving a bunch of the rewards behind seals is how I see it. But in total, it's 71 pulls for this part of the patch. If we're including the seals, you don't need to include it, but I think that is a bit of a bad faith argument, because obviously you're going to use these to make new ones, right? Especially now that we know you shouldn't remake them, right? Because they're adding the new items. So it's like you're going to make only new sets. So then we have that plus another 33 pulls. So we're at 104 with maintenance, with exploration, which, like I said, I did not count in this. You're at 110, not counting the main event, not counting the Star Trace Crystalloid. So that's pretty much it. In total, that's like 110 pulls for right now. So no clickbait, guys. I'm not making the title, oh my God, 120 pulls. It's 110, right? Because guess what, guys? Game sucks and they don't tell you what the fuck the events are having. Like, bro, oh my God. Everything about this game pisses me off, but it's so fun. Like, what is this? What is this? God.
Yeah. It's very interesting how I legit, I mean, like I said, with time, they'll learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
I generally, it is a different dev team compared to Grand Cross.
It is.
So
it is.
It's like, I guess they're learning how to communicate for the first
Yeah.
time. But,
PB crew.
but yeah, when they eventually do figure it out, we'll never have this conversation again.
Hopefully.
So
the other thing, the final thing, if we don't get minimum like 150, 160, when it's 2 IP units, I think it's bad, right? Because like, I really, for me, like, I don't know if it's cope. You might say it's cope down below, but I feel like they're kind of giving less while counting people skipping the OCs, because I just don't, Daisy is not cool. I'm just going to be honest. If it wasn't for me making content, she would be a unit I would skip, to be honest. I just don't like her. So it's like, if we're getting, for example, the Merlin and Elizabeth patch, if we took out the fact that Elizabeth is 100 days, we should get more than this, right? We should be, even if this is Escanor's patch, I don't give a fuck. A double actual Sem Deadly Sins unit patch, right? In 6 weeks, getting 2 back-to-back, no OCs, should give us like 140, 150 bare minimum. Would you agree with that? Or am I like greedy? Am I greedy and stupid?
I get what you mean, because you have the mindset of them, that Marble themselves, saying people, like, they know that people won't summon for OCs.
Yeah.
Even, doesn't matter how good they are, essentially. It's not. I see your point. I wouldn't agree with it fully, but I mean, more pulls is always better. So why would I even disagree? Like,
I just think it should be more
double IP character. But what
bare minimum, less seals, or just like they keep the same seals but give us more star fragments. There you go. That's another thing that would actually help. Because like, if we count without seals, 58 pulls. 2.5 multis, so 25, 58, 25, 63, 83 pulls, right? That's just enough for 1 pity without the seals. With main event probably would be 90, but it's like still, the seals are too big of an aspect for the pulls right now, which kind of sucks. I don't know. I don't like how they handle it with that. I don't. But anyway, now we can move on. Have you seen a lot of discussion like me where people are like, oh my God, but Genshin, but Star Rail, but Wuwa have this many pulls?
As soon as this game was announced, I knew the conversation was going to happen, bro. Like, it's comparison left and right. It's an open world game. It's going to be marketed, not marketed, but compared to the big brothers.
It's very unfortunate because, like, I see so much like comparing waves discussion. And guys, Wuwa has been on my pin tab since like last February, bro.
This is very true.
You could go through all my videos. Wuwa has never left my pins. I love Wuwa, but like, we got to have a good argument. If people are going to compare, well, how else do we fight it back besides comparing? And the pulls for all of these, I would just add like 10 pulls, because usually these are off. I just wanted to bring it up because like, I don't fucking know the full amount and it was hard to find. But for example, 3.3, which is anniversary. Yes, this is anniversary, I think. I think it's like 160, 170. So it's like, that's cool. That's good. Then this. So sad. But like, the highest patch they had is 106 in 6 weeks. Star Rail 4.2, 117. We could say like 127. Then here, 98. Okay, we could say like 110 if we're being just, in good faith. Now the thing is, where's the weapon banner? So it's like,
because
even if we like, sorry, go on.
Because I was about to say, you make a great point, because the other games do have the inflation in mind that they also have a weapon, a light cone banner. Like they do have that in mind with this. It's just a character. So do they really have to be given up that much to compare to the other ones?
Like the thing is, if we get the same amount of pulls as like Wua or even Wua's like the highest end in terms of like the most free to play, but even then it's like, oh wow, you're saving like 50 pulls, cool. But like if we just compare it to any of the games, like if we get the same amount as other games in context, for us, it's way better. That's just how it is objectively, because one, the pity 120, you're done. You're just done. And then the other part, no weapon banner. So it's like we have to take those two things into account, that even if we did get less pulls, which we just broke it down, we are not. Even if we did, it would still be fine. But the main thing is, maybe it's just like not even getting one guide. Maybe it's just a small section of the outspoken part of the community that is like always bringing like Genshin up and stuff. But like, just don't bring them into the discussion. We could look at it within context. If the rule that people want is 1 every 2 units you get guaranteed, I think that's more than valid. And I think that's how the rule should be moving forward, bare minimum. But like, that is what's happening. I don't know. Do you have anything else to add for that?
No, you said everything perfectly. We need to stop comparing to other games, in my opinion. Let's focus on our game and making it better. I know people are going to compare either way, because rightfully so, comparison is always a good thing.
Yeah,
to an extent.
The thing is, if we're comparing, like, when you look at it, it has to be where we're on the downside, but we're actually the positive when you look to Genshin, Wua, or Star Rail. That's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing.
Because you have to remember with Genshin, and like, I think Genshin is still a fun game, right? To each their own.
This character design looks good.
Yeah, godlike. But like Genshin, again, like you said, has 50/50s on weapon. Weapon as well.
Star Rail 75/25, right? So it's like
25.
And for example, they have some patches where it's like, oh, there's 3 weeks of just reruns. But this 6.6, where they're getting like 60-ish pulls, it's 2 banners. So yeah, like that's the thing. Now, this is obviously something that people like. We're not saying we're like, oh, but look, Genshin is 64, so us being 70 pulls is fine. No, because number one, well, there's 3 things. 1, this is something that people are boycotting over. Number 2, right? Usually they will have more, but also we have more than the 60. We're at 90 baseline without seals. Without seals, we're at 90. In 6 weeks. But then number 3, objectively, we have a better gacha system. So
100%.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't. I'll never forget when, I don't remember the guy's name, but someone on the timeline was like, wow, this might be the worst gacha system I've ever seen. Brother in Christ, what? This is compared to, and this is something I will stand on. This gacha system is the best open world gacha system I've ever seen compared to anybody else. We have no weapon banner. We're guaranteed at 120.
I'm not sure about Arc Knights.
Carries over.
I'm not sure. It's too convoluted. It's too convoluted. But I think they have a weapon banner.
They do have a weapon banner, but you have to pull on the character banner to get the ticket.
I'm going to refrain from talking about that because I don't know the gacha system in Arc Knights besides the 120 thing. So it's pretty comparable. But no, I mean, it is because, for open worlds, they kind of get the pass because there's a lot of other content in terms of like story, open world. So it's like a higher quality game. But like, even without that, in terms of anime IP, I mean, I'm going to get the sneak in. It's pretty much right behind BSR.
Yep.
But
that's fair.
To be fair, it's behind BSR with a gap, but I digress on that point. It's just BSR is like a weird case, I guess you could say. I don't know how to explain it. It just markets itself, monetizes itself a bit differently, more towards people getting dupes, where this game, it's just getting the one copy. That is kind of like low spender marketed. Just getting one copy in this game could be pretty difficult, right? It still costs a lot of money. So there is that. But I don't know. Like I said, guys, I am on your side. Sorry. I love when Truth says that to Iron. It's just something I love quoting. I just think seals, we should get less pulls considered from seals, more star fragments in general. That's number 1. Kelber, do you want to add anything to that? Like, what should they do moving forward?
Just, I think we should have an actual daily login bonus. I don't know why more game sales don't have it.
That could be cool.
I get when they're locked to like certain characters, like, hey, login for 7 days straight, you get this. We should have that plus an actual daily login bonus. Why don't we have that? Grand Cross has it. It's a simple thing. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we know some things, especially because of the quote unquote PvP that's potentially coming with those rewards.
Yeah.
So that's also should be, because we can't really talk about that now because we don't really know how it's
Nope.
going to work. But it's going to be one of those things where it's like, we have polls. We have polls, you know. It's
Yeah.
just, you have to be smart with it. You can't be just spamming on every banner.
For sure.
Especially if you're free to play. You have to think of this logically. That's really all I have to say, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, like, we have polls. I think one thing I actually forgot to kind of say in this video that I mentioned right before, the polls sometimes are a bit too scattered. Like, there's exploration rewards, but I'm not I didn't even count them in the notepad at the first time I made it, because guess what, guys? I didn't get those pulls because it's pretty difficult to get and very annoying. So it's like, there's these little things that it's like, the pulls are there, but it's difficult, right? So I would like either an ease in access of getting these pulls, or just a more streamlined way of them telling us the pull amount, and just marketing these patches differently, and also maybe helping out with the hype by giving gameplay not when the unit is out, and also letting us see the kid, letting us see the kid in game, please.
I couldn't believe I was at work, and I was at work and I was drinking my soda, and I was like, okay, let me read the kit because it has to be up. Where's the kid?
This game.
What do you mean?
This game. And it's like, bro, I felt like I was putting on like clown makeup while I was writing this tweet, because it's like, this is all we know. This is all we know. Like, bro.
Dude, it's so funny. It's so funny. Bro. I love Netmarble.
Oh my god.
Like, what are we doing?
Oh my god.
Her full art looks good though, but the legs, like the image, like, looks great.
I love also the background with the blue, like this one. Dude. Like, I think they had like also the skin. Oh, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Nah, brother. I will say I didn't even pull for Escanors. I'm pulling for this one.
Dude, like,
it's so good. It's so good.
Dude, like, I saw someone in my comments being like, "Oh, I might actually have to get it." Like,
it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's good.
It is
actually a generally good skin.
$80 skin, by the way. Fuck that, bro.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're right. It's just like we're having this conversation because people are not being negative towards the game, right?
No, they are.
But it's because like they're just not thinking straight.
No, they are being negative. I mean, we could be for real. Like, let's be real for a second. A lot of people are. I did have some good conversations with some people, though. Like, there were some people who were just like, you know, had a different opinion. And it's like, obviously, like, I think my opinion is very skewed just because I've played too many gachas, probably. And I'm also playing BSR. And also, I think it's because I played all the Hoyo gachas. And, like, I don't know. Like, I just have a bit of a different POV on some of these things. But, like, I could definitely see there are problems with the way they give currency and how much they give, for sure. But I do think we also do have to take into account when you do pull a unit, like, there's a lot of long-term value. Power creep won't be that bad because, a unit isn't a DPS anymore. Well, some of them are going to be supports now. So there you go, which is really good. And also gear is a good way to just buff units after they come out. Example Daisy, example Gila, right? So it's also, like,
I do want to say, I haven't said this to anyone, just because a unit officially has all 3 of their gear pieces doesn't mean that in like a year's time Melly might not get a 4th gear piece for his long sword again.
They could just make like a general one, be like, oh yeah, just like, here's like 50% darkness damage, you know, something like that.
They could easily do that.
And I think they kind of need to, if they're going to keep on making seals as pulls, because or else we're going to run out of skins to do. Like, you're just gonna run out.
Like, yo, Melly, it's like, it's kind of like a holy relic start for Grand Cross.
Holy relic.
A new holy relic drop. This person got buffed. Like, that's gonna be our version of it.
Yeah, and I think it is pretty cool that they already did it. I'm a bit disappointed in the Melly one. I wish it made him more into a debuffer on the dual swords. It felt a bit like but the Gila one, the Daisy one, bro, oh my god. What else? The Tristan one is actually good, especially if you're not summoning for Clotho. And, you know, the others could have been a bit better. But, yeah, there's
Chiori's is decent. It's just there's better characters. That's the only argument. That's literally
I'm trying to... pretty much.
If there weren't better characters, Chiori's would be on the Earth team, like, officially. Like, like, if someone's starting the game, I would be like, don't make the healing one. Make the Earth one, because you're running Earth instantly. Like, that's your main team right now. Essentially, that would be my argument.
I could see it. It kind of depends. I would need to think about that a bit more. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just like, it's something that it would take me, like, I would off camera need to think about. But yeah, no, like, I don't know. There's so much we talked about, like 45 minutes. We both had some things to say clearly, but I feel like personally they're giving out enough pulls considering OCs, but like I said, I am on your side, chat. I hope they give out more in the future. I think being slightly above the 120 pity would be fucking phenomenal in a 6-week time frame. And I also think they need to kind of streamline the way you get some rewards and make a spreadsheet like I showed with Genshin on that also. And I really think that would help a lot of people kind of have more informed opinions. Because sometimes people just aren't informed, and that is more than valid when Origin does not let you be informed on anything.
That's one thing the game struggles on the most too. It's just communication. I mean, not really. They communicate. Like, feedback is there, right?
But it's just but like info. Like, why, bro? I'm telling you, tinfoil hat regents slid PD Coup a solid band and said, "Yo, don't put this info in game." So they come to my website. I'm telling you, that's what happened. I'm telling you. Because why? Why is it that I actually, like, if you don't own the unit, you have to go to the website to get, like, you have to go to databases to get info on the kits. And then,
in Grand Cross, you can click on the character and read everything.
Like, you can't even see the weapons, what they do.
Yeah, communication, high key, that should be, like, the next thing everyone feeds back to them. Like, we need, like, a streamline, like, it's a lot.
Also, I really think Clotho, like, gameplay wise, should have been like 3 days ago, to be honest. Like, 3 days ago we should have had her gameplay, her kit. Like, fuck. I don't think they realize it's a Hoyle style game. Like, under 2-week banners, I think it's fine to reveal it the day before, because guess what, there's like no downtime between the units. But this time, that last week, ooh, it's the Naruto filler theme. Okay, that's how it feels. Literally. So it's like they need to. Oh damn! I forgot I didn't get it today. So they definitely need to improve that. Give us the gameplay early. Give us the patch details a bit earlier. Because like streams for gachas will happen, like for these gachas like Genshin and stuff, sometimes happen like up to a week before, if I'm not mistaken. But then you're told up to 6 weeks in advance the details.
Yeah, that is true. Again, hopefully with time they come to their senses. If they don't, we're gonna have a conversation. Like,
we need to talk Origin.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's my favorite title.
Oh yeah. But that's pretty much it. No, I get it. Go to Kelbert's channel. I'll leave the link obviously down below, description, pin comment. And thank you for coming on. It's nice that we finally did a duo video on my channel.
100%. Yes, sir.
We'll probably do more in the future whenever there's something to talk about. I mean, today I think I was on Twitter too much. I think that's something I could definitely say. I was on Twitter too much. But yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know what you agree, what you disagree with. I hope that if you disagree, it's after watching like the full parts of the separated video. I'll be putting timestamps so it could kind of guide you a bit more to see which topics you actually care about, because this is a yacht fest. So unless you're like me putting these types of videos on in the background while playing like Wua or something, you're not going to watch all of it to understand that, which is why I like doing timestamps for these videos. So that's going to be it. Thank you, Kelbert, for coming on.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yes, we'll be back for future videos.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
Bye.